here's where I want to build next. So we have another beautiful sprawling valley. Very nice area. And then, behind the hill over there, I'm not sure if we can see it from here, not really. But yeah, the Christmas district is just over the other side of this mountain. But what I want to build here is a fully interactive obstacle course. It's going to be dirt, it's going to be stupid, and I think we'll have a village in the middle here that's llama themed. That's the plan. Now, this isn't going to be a small project, it's going to be another really big one. But before I get the obstacle course built, I really want to build this first. This is a twin Cobble Basalt generator. So if I flick that lever there, I get cobblestone, and if I flick that lever there, I get basalt. And basically, when the blocks get blown up, they all go into this water stream, up into this bubble elevator, and they feed into my inventory. So, if I turn this farm on, the way it works is cobble gets generated and then pushed out. And then the TNT duper gets activated, but the exact moment that the TNT explodes, these blocks get pushed. That makes sure that all of the blocks within this circumference of the exploding TNT get blown up. If they didn't blow up at exactly the same time, or let's say the cobble doesn't get broke at the exact, or doesn't get pushed at the exact same time as the TNT, these cobble pillars will kind of collide into each other, and it will clog up the pistons, and then the farm will just stop running. So it's really important that the TNT blows up at the exact same time that the cobblestone gets pushed. And the exact same mechanic is what we're relying on with the basalt generator on this side. So this works exactly the same way. So once that gets pushed up there, this gets activated, and then when it gets pushed, yep, it all blows up. And you can see it's all going into my inventory. So let's see how much we get this particular explosion. Okay, it does kind of vary. This farm's more for speed than efficiency. But the thing is, I'm just proud because I designed it myself. I don't like having to build other people's farms all the time. I do like to design a farm if I'm able to. Anyway, that is that. And that is what I'm going to be building next. Before I get started on the obstacle course. So let's go onto the main server and build it. And there we go, the farm is built. I didn't take a time-lapse or anything because you've all seen me build farms before, and, well, let's face it, once you've seen one time-lapse of a farm build, you've seen them all. There we go. That's like most of the cobble. Let's stick the basalt away. Yeah, this farm is just so fast. No need for a collection system. You only have to AFK here for about 1 minute. And then you've got, like, a chest of each. So you might be wondering, what would I need all this basalt and cobble for? Well, the cobble is useful for redstone. And I can use the cobble and the basalt to fill in different terraforming projects. Like if I need to fill a big hill in, I don't want to leave it hollow because then it will spawn mobs. So I might as well use it as filler material. I'm just going to use this 10-second time-lapse to ask you all to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really does encourage me to keep making episodes just like this one. Okay, I have done a mild amount of terraforming. And I've cleared most of the trees in this area. Now, this might lag a little bit because I've got my render distance turned right up. But yeah, I've basically done a lot of smoothing of the hills. So, the next thing we're going to do. I've been putting down some cobble blocks and kind of making a wall. We're going to use this as a guide for a great big castle wall that we're going to do all the way across the edge of the icy biomes. And it's all going to be kind of like a Great Wall of China with a path going across the top of it. And the reason for that will all make sense eventually. But for now, that's what we're going to do next. So, time-lapse time, I guess. I didn't know exactly how big the scale of this project was going to be, but let's just say I underestimated it. But when I said earlier that I'm planning on having a wall going around the village or something, I didn't quite know at that stage what I was planning to build here. But then I looked at the shape of the biome on Dynmap, which is an online plugin that we have, and to my astonishment, the biome looked just like a llama, or the head of a llama, at least. So then I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have to continue this wall going all the way around so that it's shaped like a llama. And then the idea hit me, why not make a llama-themed theme park? That way I can fit loads of fun, interactive and rideable attractions, and it's a place on the server where people can go for a general fun day out. And it also gives us a place to mess around on stream. And speaking of streams, I haven't streamed for about 5 months, but I'm about to get back into it again. So if you enjoy this kind of stuff, you could head over to my Twitch channel and hit the follow button. Won't cost you anything, you don't have to subscribe, but when I do start to stream again, you can join in with the Phoenixcraft community and enjoy the chaos. Anyway, in total, this wall used 30 shulker boxes of cobblestone. That's somewhere around 52,000 cobble. I didn't use a schematic for it or anything, I basically just did it all freehand, while also going over to Dynmap and checking that it's the right shape. And if it wasn't, I would just tear a bit of wall down and reshape it again until it looks right. The entire process took about 6 or 7 days. I started sometime around the 3rd of January and ended by around the 9th of January. But oh my goodness, was it worth it. It looks awesome on the map, as you will see later. Or maybe it doesn't, that's just my opinion. But yeah, I really enjoyed this project, and I really cannot wait to build this theme park. Okay, I've waffled on for a bit, so I'm gonna shut up. Enjoy the time lapse. Okay, progress update. I have done a lot of the wall. I've done about half of it, so we've got all of this here. Yeah, my render distance is set to 16, so it should be, well, it should be loading faster than this, but it's not. And there's not very many people online. Yeah, Tofu and I39 are the only two others. But yeah, I have got through quite a lot of this wall. So far, this has taken me 2 days. So basically, ever since I've come back since New Year, I've been working on this. Also, llama. You may have actually noticed the shape. But I have been going on and off Dynmap frequently, and I noticed something. I noticed that the biome around here is all very, very llama shaped. So I'm making a giant llama. So the nose is going to come out here, then it's going to taper in, and then it's going to go back down here. This is going to be the neck. Anyways, I think I'm going to take a short break from building this wall, and instead I'm going to work on something that's fun and very, very useful. And that is a potion vending machine. And I've decided where I'm going to build it. I was originally going to build it in the South Tunnel as requested by Pen, but no. I'm actually going to build it... Wow, there's a lot of magma cubes. Yeah, whoa! Where was that? I did just hear a blaze. Oh, there he is. Yeah, anyway, this is where it's going to be. Distractions, distractions. It's going to be like a cafe. So we're going to have like another lounge. We've got the Ender Lounge, now we'll have the Nether Lounge. Goodbye, mate. There we go. A Nether Fortress cafe. And also a wild nutcase doctor. For some reason. Well, they've clearly been buying some tasty drinks. Anyway, let's go into the cafe. So, Tasty Drinks TM, a Mr. B company. Throw a diamond onto the slab for 3 fire resistance potions. Then watch as your tasty drink TM brews like magic. The only thing is, I don't have a diamond. Let's go steal one. from myself. So yeah. So, you stand here, you throw a diamond on the slab, and then it dispenses your drink. Your drinks. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to this. It's basically just one big gimmick. But yeah, what else have we got going on in the cafe? Well, not very much really. I mean, we've got seating areas, we've got a lamp that uses a hay bale, and just some other random decoration stuff. There's not really much else to say about this. Although I do like this detail. Alright. Oh. Yeah, that's what I've got to watch out for. And also magma cubes, which seem to be everywhere. Like, I think that just fell from up there. Honestly, they've been attacking me no end since I've been building this. I kind of chose a bad spot to build it, really. But, what can you do? Let's just see what it looks like from a distance. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it. Well, guys, do I have a lot to show you right now. If you remember the Cobble Basalt farm that I built, I have built a great big shed over it, and I haven't decorated the outside of it. If we kind of run outside here. Boom. Yeah, I haven't really decorated the outside of it because it's all enclosed by a cave anyway, so I didn't really see much point. But, yeah, we have the Ilmango wood farm there. We have the Cobble Basalt farm in there. And then I've built this little brewing area. That's for me to restock the tasty drinks. So the fire resistance potions that I'm selling in the cafe. That's what that's for. But then we have this tunnel that goes down through here. And we have Llama Land. I decided to just call it Llama Land because... Why would you call it anything else? It's Llama Land. So there's that. Then there's also Elytra exit. I made this big tunnel here. As you can see, it's 3 by 3. The reason I made it 3 by 3 is so that I can get llamas up and down easily. And they can safely drop into this water drop here as well to get back down. But yeah, that's what that is. And then through here we have the stables. So these are all the horses that I've collected while working on the wall. And I've also had quite a bit of help from the mighty Pen Pen. And she didn't just help with horse collection, she also brought me some extra llamas. That is just about all that we have going on down here. So now we shall go up the water elevator. I've reached the top, but it's dark, so I'm going to sleep. So that's the water elevator to get up, and if you drop down, it's pretty trippy. But yeah, it's safe to drop just about any animal down. I think even a Ravager would be able to fit down here, but why am I going to want a Ravager down here? I do not know. So after that relatively short break, I decided to get back to wall building. I changed up the way that I was building it before, and instead of building it section by section, I decided to just lay all of the wall down, all of the foundations of the wall, and once the foundations were down, I would just build it as I was going up. One thing that I will say about this whole thing is, man, clearing these big oak trees is such a pain. I got myself a decent quality hoe, and I went around ripping down all of the leaves. But yeah, I ended up getting about 4 shulker boxes full of leaves, and I'd say that that was more grindy and more tedious than building the wall. So I'm going to ask you all a random question. Fire tick on or fire tick off? What do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below and argue to your heart's content. It'll be really interesting to hear all your answers. Personally, I'm a fire tick on sort of person. Fire tick on is better, change my mind. That's it for now, enjoy the rest of the time lapse. And up at the top here, we have a rather big building. But you can see we have a llama sat in a minecart, and it says press when ready. That is because not only have I finished the wall, I've also built a giant roller coaster going all the way along it. So I suppose there's no better way to show you guys what I've been up to. Let's get on the llama. This has to be the best way to enjoy the scenery of 1.18. You build a giant llama wall, build a roller coaster on said giant llama wall, put a llama in a minecart, get on the roller coaster, and then go into cinematic view with F5 open. Can't think of a better way. So, a little fact about this wall. It took about 5 shulker boxes full of netherwood, and it took approximately 30 boxes of cobble. And that is no underestimate. It took exactly 52,000 cobble blocks, which is just over 30 shulkers. And you can kind of see where it's all gone into. But it's worked out really well. I cannot think of anything I would rather do than build a giant llama wall in Minecraft. This has to be one of my most favourite projects of all time. But yeah, this section, you can see it kind of skips over the rail, goes down this way, and then goes back on itself. And check this out. Boom. I'm very proud of that up there. Oh, I can't really view it properly in F5. But yeah, look at this. Unfortunately though, I did have to use Lightmatica to get the llamas absolutely perfect. But then we drop into here, and then we go down through this tunnel. And that is the end of the ride. Now, I'm delighted, and I cannot wait for everybody on the server to mess around and ride this thing. Unfortunately, even though my render distance is set to the max, the server view distance is not. So it does take a while for the chunks to load. But yeah, there's the eye of the llama. Here's the ears. And that's the nose over there with the snowy snout. Then all of this is the long boy neck that he's got going on. So now that I've got all of that done, what are we going to work on next? Well, this entire place is going to be a theme park. I have decided. You want to see the llama? You want to see the llama? There's the llama. Oh. Okay, the llama that kind of unloads because it's too big to actually fit into the view distance. Well, rip. It looks a bit weird in-game, but it looks great on Dynmap. So let's see if I can get a picture up of the giant llama on Dynmap. Great, let's move on to the next project. For the foot race, or obstacle course, whatever you want to call it, I have been working on it in the creative server of Phoenixcraft. So I have been racking my brains to think of every possible fun way to slow people down, or to make a race interesting when racing on foot. And this is everything that I have come up with so far. I'm still trying to think of new and kind of unique ideas. I mean, it's difficult to come up with unique ideas, but these are all the ideas that I've had so far for this obstacle course type foot race. Basically, there's an aim and one aim only. Get to the finish as fast as possible. And it's not going to be linear and boring like this in the actual game. It's going to be a lot more interesting because it's going to fit around the llama wall. I guess we should quickly go over the rules that I'm going to have for this race. So, rule number 1. No breaking things. Like lily pads. How dare you. Rule number 2. No punching each other. Just focus on what you're doing. Don't focus on anybody else. Now, rule number 3 isn't really a rule, it's an exception. You are allowed to use the right-click button. And that includes with parts like this. You can be as annoying as you want. Rule number 4 is no jumping over barriers, but, I mean, that's a given anyway, because if you did that, you would probably lose. You'd slow yourself down. Rule number 5 is get to learn the course before the official race, because if you do, you'll be able to ace it properly. Like this. Well, I think that's just about all of the rules for now, at least until I think of some new ones. But yeah, I thought I'd change it up this season. It's a bit different.